Well, check, 1, 2. Let's get it. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. Eddie says, just getting to the gym, about to listen while I knock out some cardio. Well, I am elated that you're starting off the new year working out and running. I'm going to try to influence Trey Melton to do the same because, we all need to get in shape. We all need to work out. And I'm proud of you, man. Knock out that cardio. Run as if Trey is chasing you and he believes you have a box of pizza in your hands. So you know he's going to catch up. So you got to get moving, man. Thank you so much for coming through. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. Today we have a special episode where we're going to be going through each division and we're going to ask ourselves, will this guy that's currently holding the title remain champion? Maybe if you've seen interviews of for example, Sean Strickland crying in the Theo Von podcast, you might say, you know what? That sold me. He's not going to win. He's too soft. Or you might see Leon Edwards and you say Colby Covington didn't do much, but there's other contenders out there. Like, I don't know, Bilal Muhammad, because he's so threatening. You might think, okay, he's the one to take the title away from Leon Edwards at welterweight. You look through all these divisions, we're going to have a fun time going through each and every one and thinking to ourselves, who keeps the title and who doesn't. So that should be fun. In the meantime, guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. It's good to have you back, Eddie. It's good to have you back, Hito. Welcome to the stream. I'm excited to see what Trey has to say. We didn't plan as far as, like, I don't know who he has winning. He doesn't know who I have winning. Trey, if you hear me out there, join. I think the way we did it last time was we both joined a call in a room, like a trios call. So join that, and then we'll get to it. If you hear me out there, or just join general, and I'll drag you down. Someone tell Trey that for me if you get a chance to. I'm eating for the first time today. Let's go, Hito. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody's making dietary changes, and everyone is let me call him because he might not, I don't know if he's listening to the actual stream. Everyone's trying to improve going into 2024, and that's beautiful to see. And as you should, guys. Now make sure you entertain. Listen, with Trey, that's going to be easy because he's going to say something dumb. I'm going to have to correct him, the usual. Trey, if you hear me out there, join general voice chat in case somebody wants to join, and then so we could accept callers. Yeah, I do. Did you hear what I said? All right. When I see you in there, I'll know you're ready. Cool. Later. All right. Well, I don't think you guys heard him, but he'll be ready in a second. My man Eddie's doing he's doing cardio. My guy Hito's eating for the first time today. And me, I'm just hoping I stay alive because cough appears to want to come back. Let's quickly look over as we wait for Trey Melton. Let's quickly look over the champions so you could begin to ask yourself who stays and who doesn't. We have Pantoja at flyweight. Oh boy, I hope I'm not getting what I think I'm getting. We have Sean O'Malley at bantamweight. We have Volkanovski at featherweight. We have Makhachev at lightweight. Leon Edwards at welterweight. Middleweight, Sean Strickland. He's been in the news quite often. Alex Pereira at light heavyweight. And then we have Jones at heavyweight. Then we got Grasso. As far as flyweight, we have Zhang Weili at strawweight. So there's some interesting champs. I'm curious to see who you guys have that you guys agree will win. I'm going to drag you down in 1 second, Trey. Okay, let me see something real quick. And then anybody else that wants to join, I'm going to share my camera in a second. Anyone else that wants to join could do so. Let me see. Take this out. Perfect. And then I think we go here. And Trey should be popping up anytime soon. So hopefully that works. Trey, you're muted if you hear me out there. I don't think I muted you, so I think you got to unmute yourself. I think that's the way it works. So you let me know, Trey, if anything, shoot me a text or let me know. So we're trying to get this popping. We're trying to get this ready. I don't know if I should have stayed in general, but we shall see. He's still muted, and he usually let me see. Trey's calling me, so let me see. Trey. Yo, yo, yo. Okay, now I see you. Oh, I just saw your call. All right, I'm gonna drag you one more time, and we'll see if it works. Give me 1 second. I think it's supposed to allow you now, Trey. Oh boy, hold on. Yo, yo, yo. I forget what room we were in last time. We here. What's up, Drew? Okay, let's go. There we go. There we go. Make sure my camera's on, but I hear you perfect. What I want to see is what's going on with showing Discord. What's going on with you here? Why are you not showing up?
Give a guy 2 weeks off and he forgets how to do absolutely everything. Makes you sick to your stomach.
Weird, huh? Usually this works as normal. I mean, I guess I gotta make a new window for you. A window capture at source should be Discord view, I guess. What's going on here? Okay. I don't know why you're so tiny, but figure this out. What's going on here? Oh wait, I gotta make you full screen. Sorry guys, apologize for the inconvenience. But I want to make sure you see Trey good so we could hear the silliness that he has to say. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there, Trey. Don't worry.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
Yeah, that's not what I want.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot, but I do believe in you just a little bit.
Let's see. I think I figured it out. I don't know why that was smaller than it usually is, but I think I want to cut off. Why did it like not save everything I had before? That's what I don't get. But I think, do we have more space to work with here? No, we don't. Is there any way you can move your camera a little bit? Like where you have a lot of headspace. No, not left or right. More downwards. Yeah. There we go, Trey. There we go. I think that works. Oh, everyone's sick now. Okay.
Yeah, man, it's going around, man.
That sounded like herpes. I don't know.
Wait, whoa.
That's what that sounded like to me. I don't
Whoa.
know.
I wouldn't know. Does that come with a cough? I have no idea. That's something you would know about.
It's just research I've done, and I heard audible sounds of it, and I believe,
probably because you had to do some research.
And I don't know. It sounded a little bit strange back there. Let's see. Okay, I don't know why that was gone, but okay, we are perfect now. If you guys can see Trey clearly, if you guys can see me clearly, let me know. I feel like a cough is coming towards me. I don't know what's going on, but nonetheless, Trey, we're here. And we're going through each division, and we should have some fun as far as speaking on who stays champ and who doesn't. Shall we start from the lighter divisions and work our way up? Do you want to say hi to anyone out there? We have Drew, Eddie, and Hito in the chat, and for others as well too.
Yeah, shout out to Wedgie's Golf Coach. Shout out to my girlfriend. Everybody else I could absolutely care less about. I mean, what are we talking about here?
Well, there you have it, guys. We're gonna start with the flyweight division, which is again, Trey, just excuse me for a second. I said that he would be champion 2023. I said this back in 2022, and sure enough, he's champion. But nonetheless, we're here, flyweight division, and the champion is Alexandre Pantoja. Will he remain or will he lose his title in 2024? The floor is yours.
All right, here's the deal. When you think about stuff like this, you got to go into, well, how many times do we think he's going to fight this year?
Good point.
Immediately, I'm saying, I don't think it's going to be over 3 times. Let's be honest, the division's not that exciting. Nobody cares that much about it. He's not a huge needle mover, so I don't see him getting any of the huge pay-per-view cards and carrying them. So he's definitely not headlining any. So he's going to have to be co-maining some. What fight's exciting? We just seen Royval. That didn't work out too good. There's really only one fight besides possibly Kai Kara France. If he was to go on a run and string together a few wins, I could see him possibly getting the shot. But there's really only one fight that makes sense that would be a great fight. They've already fought before. We want to see it again. That's Brandon Moreno. That's Brandon Moreno, the Mexican King. Now, I'm telling y'all right now, if they were to fight again right now, based off what I've seen in Pantos's last fight, let's be honest, the fight was kind of boring. Let's be real, okay? It wasn't that exciting. If they were to fight right now, Brandon Moreno would win. So now it all depends on, all right, is Brandon Moreno going to get another shot? I don't know. I have no idea. But if he was to get another shot, I do believe that Brandon Moreno would be the one to take the belt from him. That's the most exciting fight in that division right now. Any other name you say is like, no, not a chance.
You think Moreno is an exciting fight? This guy has been fighting for the title, what, like 7 times in a row already?
He's a dog.
Losing it,
He's an
winning it,
absolute
losing
dog.
it. Losing it again. Pantoja already beat him, what, twice or 3 times? If I'm not mistaken, I would have to look that up. He's twice. So he already basically has his number. Why would we want to see that again? We need to move on from Brandon Moreno. He's not the most exciting fighter. There's not much pop behind his punches. His Lego collection is pretty cool. I would give him that. But besides that, I don't want to see him fight for the title again. There's plenty of other fighters out there that are interesting. I like Kai Kara France, even though he lost to Moreno before. There's Manel Cape, who's coming up the rankings. He's quite interesting. He likes calling people the F word in public, which, makes him quite interesting. But I don't want to see Brandon Moreno. Now, do they beat Pantoja? That's the $1 million question, right? With all that being said, we're all coughing here. The answer is no. Pantoja probably fights 1 or 2 times this year. He's going to win both. He's going to remain champion.
For the whole year of 2024, you think Pantoja's remaining champion?
I think he's going to be one of the
After
few.
his last fight, he was
dominant.
Dominant, sure, maybe. I don't know. Like, it wasn't even nothing crazy. You talk about somebody who just lands taps and doesn't really have any power behind his punches. Pantoja's not really doing anything.
I mean, he beat Royval now twice, beat Moreno now twice. I think it's pretty clear he's the best flyweight in the division right now. Who beats him? Like, let's say Moreno doesn't get the shot because he's already fought for the title. Is there any other name out there that really...
Only other name I see that would be good is Kai Kara France. That's literally the only other name. That division is so weak right now and so just like that. Man, I know he's your boy. That's why he's champion right now, because the division is just so. I don't even. It's probably it might be the worst division out of all the men's right now.
Right now, honestly, I'm looking at the divisions right now. You might be right. You might be right. That might be the worst division as we speak. But I say he
herpy cough, please.
You got it full flown. Mine might just be coming in, but I have Pantoja remaining champ. You say if it's not Pantoja, is there any formidable names that you like that will become champion besides Moreno?
Kai Kara France is the only other one I could see doing it. Literally.
I think
maybe Albazi, but no, I don't think so.
And that fight with Albazi and Kai Kara was pretty close as well too, so I could see Kai Kara getting a chance. All right, cool. Let's get past
Manel, maybe Manel Cape if he goes on a
Manel's a good one. Manel's a good one if he gets a shot. I agree. Manel's a good one. Let's move on because at the end of the day, that's what the most boring division in the UFC right now.
It's good. You got the trash one out the way. That's what division you would be in if you were in the UFC. But anyways,
I wish, but with my diet, I'll probably be like, I don't know, middleweight or something like that. Bro, I don't know. I'm starting to get a cough. We're gonna see if maybe you could carry the card or carry the stream. I'm going to take a cough drop while I ask you, which is a good
If I can-
division, probably your favorite. And that is the bantamweight division. The champion is, and I know that your heart probably starts beating a little faster. I don't know. You're a little weird like that.
I mean, it's called excitement, Miller. It's called being passionate about a sport. It's called actually caring, knowing the sport and carrying it. Ask me if I can carry the stream, buddy. I do it every single week we're on here. What are we talking about? Every single week, you know the people come for. You know the people want to see the Stewart's the King, the one who gets it done. Mr. Intel is back again. That's right. For a whole new year of being the best capper in the UFC. You want to know if I can? I'll carry the year, Miller. Don't worry. Hop on my back. My legs are strong enough. We'll carry a flyweight. You're looking at a heavyweight right here. Not only a heavyweight, the champion. With that being said, come on, pal. What are we absolutely talking about? We're talking about the one, the king, the face of UFC right now, Sugar Sean O'Malley. Welcome to the show. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter who steps up to the plate. Sean O'Malley will knock them all down, like I've been saying the whole time. Miller's been a pancake. Miller's been a U-turn. He's been flip-flopping. He's literally walking around and turning around every chance he gets. As soon as the fighter gets good, he wants to hop on the coattails. It's not happening no more. Go ahead and say all the dumb names you want to say. It doesn't matter. Sean O'Malley's the best counter striker in the UFC. And he's the hottest UFC fighter right now. And I'm not talking about his sex appeal. I'm talking about what he does in the ring. I'm telling you that right now. He is not losing the belt. And honestly, I could see him fighting. I could see him having 3 fights this year. He's already having one. We know one's happening. And that's an easy dub. So go ahead and put one defense down. Okay.
I give him credit for wanting to stay active. He has said that. But have you heard the rumors, the speculation, the criticism that has gone against him as of late? Do you know what that might be? It has to do with sales. Have you heard about that? Supposedly, the demographic, the population that follows him, they're a bunch of 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds that don't really buy pay-per-views. His last pay-per-view card with Aljamain Sterling didn't do much numbers. I don't think you could blame Sterling for that. I think that's Sean O'Malley's fault.
You can't blame. Sterling was the champion. What are you talking about? You always blame him. You always take the champ. Now that Sean's the champ, watch the numbers spike. And what are we talking? 12-year-olds? What are we talking about? It's called working smarter, not harder. Find you a great stream. I know all the sources to the streams. I'm plugged in like no other. And quit wasting money on that. Who's paying $80 for that card besides Miller? Nobody.
Not part of it.
So waste no money. Quit wasting your money. Find a good stream. You can hit me up. I'll sell them to you for $10. I'll tell you what the names of them are. $10 a stream. Hit me up.
Now, the card is stacked. UFC 299. He's going to be fighting Chito Vera. I not only say that Sean O'Malley doesn't remain champion in 2024, I say he loses the very first fight going into 2024. And let me remind you, I know it sounds crazy. Just like Leon beating Kobe Covington sounded crazy.
Nobody thought that sounded crazy.
Just like Sean O'Malley beating Aljamain Sterling sounded crazy, and I said it would be by knockout. I'm just throwing that out there. Just like saying Pantoja would be champion. Everything sounded a little bit crazy. Heading into 2024, not only will Sean O'Malley not remain champ, he's losing his very first fight against Chito Vera.
That is literally the dumbest take I've ever heard you say in your entire life. I'm telling you right now, I've been saying it since 2 days after the fights because it's always been much. He kicked his leg. What are we talking about? Of course it's a fluke win.
Maybe he has weak bones.
Miller, it wasn't a bone thing. He hit him right in the G spot of the knee. I've seen Marlon. I look at him. The guy can't find the spot. I know that. Okay, he's not hitting it again. He got lucky. Just like he does with his wife. I'm sure he gets lucky and finds the spot. It ain't happening. It is not happening. I'm telling you right now, it was a fluke win. Sean O'Malley is about. Listen, Sean O'Malley might knock Marlon Vera out. He might knock him out. I'm dead serious. He might counterpunch him and knock him out. Go ahead and clip it. Go ahead and do what you got to do. Get your boyfriend Hito to jot down a video or whatever and post it on the secondary account. Sean O'Malley will knock out Marlon Vera with a counterpunch. I'm telling you that right now.
I've heard you. it amazes me how confident you sound, Trey. Because let me remind you, not to beat a dead horse, you said it just like this about Kobe Covington and Leon Edwards. You sounded very confident.
2 fights, Miller. 2 fights. 2 fights that you got right that I got wrong. Congratulations.
You sounded very No, wait, not even that. Let's talk about Josh Emmett and Bryce Mitchell. Man, that I know I'm bringing you back nightmares. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just because look, 2024, Miller still hates America. He still hates America. It makes me sick to my stomach. He hates Trump. He hates America. He loves the position we're in right now. He loves all the debt and all the wars we're funding right now. He loves.
I don't know what this has to do with Sean O'Malley and Cheeto Vera. Listen, Sean O'Malley.
What do you mean? You went down the rabbit hole with Bryce and all them.
I'm just saying the fighters that you picked to win that have lost. Now listen, I called it from the beginning. Sean O'Malley is going to be a star. Sean O'Malley is going to beat Aljamain Sterling.
Are you serious?
I called it.
No.
If you look back,
Chat, I swear somebody better be on my side for once. This guy is a liar. He's a liar. He's a flip-flop. He's a U-turn. He's a pancake. Never once. I've said it the whole time. I've been on the Sugar Show. That's been my guy the whole entire, through the ups and the downs, through the fluke loss. It doesn't matter what it was. I've been on the side. I've been standing beside him, and we've been looking across at our enemy. And you know who we've been looking at the whole time? Miller. He's been standing on the other side the whole time looking at us, and he thinks he can sneak around if he goes around the back and come stand beside us in the end when it's over. Hey, it's not happening. You stay over there with the losers. You stay over there with the flop boys, all the fanboys who have no idea what they're talking about, all the casuals.
I picked Sean O'Malley to beat Aljamain Sterling by knockout. I could just separate the fandom from the analysis. And you know what I see, Trey? I'm not even being funny. I'm not even joking. Sean O'Malley's a very good fighter if the style appeases him, if it's for him. But Cheeto's going to keep walking forward. Corey Sandhagen, I know, dominated Cheeto, but Sean O'Malley doesn't have the footwork that Corey Sandhagen has.
Wait. You say if the style fits him, what style doesn't fit him? He's knocked out how many strikers? He absolutely dogged and knocked out Aljo. He's a ground warrior. Apparently, he had the best ground game in the UFC. That's what people were saying. I thought they were absolutely stupid for even saying that. Couldn't believe it. What style is not fitting him? What style is giving him problems? A fluke win where he hits the G-spot of the knee? That's not a style. That's called luck. That's called hitting the lottery. That's called hitting the jackpot. You did it.
Sean O'Malley was lucky that Sterling was trying to prove a point because 9 times out of 10, Aljamain Sterling beats him. I think that's fair to say. In an MMA fight, in a 5-round fight, Sterling beats him. Cheeto has already beaten him once, so I'm sure that's a confidence booster. If Sean O'Malley doesn't get him out of there in the first 2 rounds, I think Cheeto starts pressing forward. Little, love taps to the legs, little jabs here and there.
Please press forward.
That's what he's going to do. Sean O'Malley's not going to be...
Please do that. Please do that. Miller, Sean O'Malley is the best counter. I've been saying this since he fought Petr Yan. Sean O'Malley is the best counter striker in the UFC.
What makes him the best counter striker?
You not see what he does? What did he do? What did he do in his last fight? Let me know.
Because against Petr Yan, it was pretty damn close. It was a robbery.
No, it wasn't a robbery. It was a win. It was a clear win, and it happened, and it's on the records forever.
Fence grabbing, cheating.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on that. He wasn't even grabbing the fence. He barely touched it. Accidentally locked his finger in.
Against Sterling, you could say he got stopped a little early as well too. Who knows what Sterling would have done if it didn't get stopped so early?
Miller, I wish they would have let it keep going. I wanted to see Sterling unconscious on the ground, bleeding on the canvas. I would have loved to see that.
Wow. What makes you hate Sterling so much? He was a good champion.
He's an absolute cornball. He walked around like he won the championship when he didn't win the championship, actually, and he was flaunting it around, toting the title around, holding it up, you know what he does. I'm only going to fight 1 or 2 times a year, doing all the cornball stuff that he does. He's an absolute clown. That's why he's going up a division, possibly. Nobody wants to see him fight anymore. He's not getting the Sean O'Malley fight because he doesn't move the needle. He does not move the needle. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody cares about him. And it's funny. Everybody wants to talk about Sean's numbers and say all this stuff like he doesn't. Well, what about all the other cards he's been on? What about all the other money he's made? Those cards don't count. We're just talking about this one now. Okay, bet. Yeah, appreciate that.
Now, luckily for him, UFC 299 is stacked. They got fights like Gilbert versus Jack Della Maddalena, Venom Page versus Kevin Holland. Now they got Dustin Poirier versus Benoit. Just quickly before we go to that featherweight division, do you think the 299 card is better than the 300 card so
I
far?
don't know. Well, on paper, probably. On paper, probably. But bro, how many times have we seen like what was it? The second to last card this past year supposed to be card of the
Yeah,
year, and it was an absolute flop.
and it
I
was a
mean, it
dud.
was boring. It was a dud. It was boring. So on paper, sure, but I'm not putting my name on anything. Bro, it blows my mind how they can get all these big names sometimes, and then everybody just comes in the octagon scared and bounces around 50% of the time.
Luckily, the last pay per view, Josh Emmett saved it with a knockout. That was beautiful.
That
Beautiful
was the
overhand,
only,
right?
but even
Yeah.
that, like what about the rest of the card? The Pantoja fight, boring.
Low card.
Even the Colby fight, that sucked. Like that was the worst fight on the main card, probably.
Kobe's fault. But
Not Colby's fault, but okay.
we'll get there. So you have Sean O'Malley remaining champ, just to be clear, so you're on record.
Do I? Not only do I have him remaining champ in 2024, I already got him remaining champ in 2025 also.
That's
You can
weird.
mark that down.
That's all right. So Sean O'Malley stays champion. I say he doesn't. In the flyweight division, I say Pantoja stays champion. He says that he doesn't.
No. You don't just get to say he doesn't. You don't just get to say he doesn't. Is Marlon who you're sticking with? That's Marlon Vera is going to be the champion by the end of the year. That's what it's going to be.
I don't know if he's going to be champion by the end of the year, but I know he beats Sean O'Malley. That I will stick to.
Crazy. I mean,
Heading
this is
into
bad. One of your worst takes ever, Miller. Congratulations.
usually I don't have much.
Starting
so,
off the year hot, huh? Starting off the year hot.
so,
Wanting to get a bad one out the way.
let's move on to the featherweight division, Trey. Alexander Volkanovski. His last fight, he got head kick knocked out. He's coming back to his respective division. He's fighting Topuria soon. Do you have him remaining champ in 2024?
I'm gonna just be real, okay? And I hate to say this because I was screaming that Volk is the face of the UFC. Volk is the pound per pound best fighter. Volk is literally the biggest needle in the UFC right now.
And that should have made me wonder earlier. I don't know why I didn't pay attention to that
Ah,
signal.
okay, pal. Yeah, you wish. I'm the best in the UFC. Yeah, I'm the best capper ever. I'm Mr. Intel. I'm the one that gets it done. I'm the source. Don't you ever forget that. With that being said, we seen it with Usman. Okay. Once you take a headshot, once you take a kick to the head like that, hey, that's damage. Whether you want it to be or not, whether you think you're fine or not, whether you think it's okay or not, you took some damage in that. I don't know. I'm not saying he's going to be a shell of himself. I'm not saying he's going to fall off the face of the planet. I'm not saying he's going to lose his next title shot. All I'm saying is that is very, very, very close to switching hands and going right into Ilia Topuria's hands. I'm telling y'all this right now. Ilia Topuria is one of the scariest dudes I've seen in a very, very long time. He is an absolute dog. He has the hands. He's got the grappling. He's strong. His stamina looks decent, questionable at times. But he's an absolute dog. And I don't know if Volk is ever going to get past him. I think he's a different beast. I think he's coming up in his prime. I think Volk's starting to age a little bit. We're finally starting to see that. He's going to start working his way into the eventually. Not I don't know if it's going to be this year. Eventually he's going to start working his way into the Max Holloway status of just a huge name, always putting up a great fight, but maybe just not getting it done anymore. With that being said, I don't know who else is going to beat Volk in that division in the featherweight. It's Ilya or bust, really, because I mean he's already ran laps around the entire division. He's already circled it multiple times. Max Holloway 3 times to be exact. What more can he do? So if he beats Ilya, I'd be good with that being his only fight that year. The whole year, I would be good with that being his only fight. That's all I care to see because I think that's the only one who's going to be taking it from him.
Interesting. I have Ilya surprisingly beating Volkanovski as well too. And quickly, let me say I did not have Discord open as far as I had a full screen with Trey, so I didn't know if anyone joined the general. We have someone that wants to join the chat. We're gonna reverse a little bit, go back to 135, Trey, and let's see what he has to say. Hito joining the call. What's up, Hito?
Yeah, I just wanted to say whatever Trey says is right. You're a fucking bum, Miller. You don't know what you're doing with this channel. Fuck off. Trump 2024.
Let's go, baby. Me up, Hito. Me up. I love to hear it. This guy needs to be checked. It's 2024. We're done listening to your crap, Miller. We're done hearing your horrible takes. We're done listening to that dookie breath fog up the camera every time you talk and want to disrespect one of my guys. We ain't taking it no more. I love that. If anybody else wants to call in and talk like that, do it right now. Fire me up, baby. You love to see it. You love to see it. We're coming with a new direction in 2024.
If a bunch of Trump stands like Trey and Hito is what awaits me in the future, then I'm a little bit worried. And we're off to a wrong start. And if Hito agrees with it, Trey, let me remind you, I know you don't follow boxing. That man had Ryan Garcia beating Tank Davis. I mean, what an idiot.
What an absolute idiot.
He's an idiot.
Hey, Miller, I got somebody texting me asking how they can call in. Do you mind just dropping how to do that real fast, how they can call in?
Yes, you have to join the Discord. Somebody put the Discord link in the chat, please, for me. That'll help me out immensely. All you got to do is join the Discord and then join general voice chat in the Discord. If you join in there, I will drag you down to the call. All you have to do is join the general voice channel in Discord. Somebody will put the link in chat, and then from there, you guys can listen. Before, if someone doesn't actually, I think I could get to it before anyone else does. Boom. You join that link in the chat, and then you join general voice, and you'll be able to get in there. So chat, I apologize for Hito's horrible take. That man picked Ryan Garcia to beat Gervonta Davis. So, with all that being said, I guess we're back at. Hey,
we're not talking about the past, Miller. How dare you disrespect a man about his past years? We don't talk about the past here. We look forward. We look in the future, and we're done dealing with your bullcrap. Okay, pal? We're done having it. We're not listening to the horrible takes anymore. You're not a true Sean O'Malley fan. Okay?
I never said I was.
You hate America. Okay, you voted for Biden. You love Kamala Harris. I mean, let's just call it what it is.
Where has she been? That's a
Miller. Also, let's talk about it. I'm pretty sure I've seen your name on Epstein's logs on his book. What is that about? You've been taking trips to an island, pal? What's going on there?
That whole situation is a little bit interesting, to be honest. But
yeah,
I don't.
Wait till your lawyer say you can't talk on it. What?
I don't want to get into the Epstein case. I don't know enough about it. I want to talk.
Okay.
I want to talk what I'm a professional at, and that's fighting. So back to the 145 division. Alexander Volkanovski. I have Topuria beating Volkanovski. I hate to agree with you, but I do. I think Volkanovski is headed into the Usman era, where like got head kick knocked out. He might not be the same. He might just be figured out a bit. He's still gonna be great. Usman looked great against Hamza. Made it a close fight. But I think heading into 2024, and if Topuria doesn't get it done, again, I agree with you. I hate that. But if Topuria doesn't get it done, there's no one else out there that's a threat. Because I know there was one name that you thought was a threat. That was Bryce Mitchell. And he's still taking a nap, I believe. So with all that being said, if it's not Topuria, it's no one else. I don't think Holloway beats him. I don't think Cater. I don't think Aljamain Sterling even comes to 145 and beats Volkanovski. Topuria is the one to get it done. If Topuria doesn't do it, I don't know who else does, but I'm going to go with Topuria to get the job done at UFC 298. How do you feel about that?
That's what I'm saying. If it's going to happen, it's going to be right there. And of course you're agreeing with me, Miller. You're finally seeing. I'm the source. I'm the king. I'm the one who gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel. And you want to hop on the train. I understand. Okay? 2023 was a rough year for you. You did not get a lot of fights right. In fact, you got a lot of fights wrong.
Got a lot of fights right.
You got a lot of fights wrong. And then you go on TikTok and want to claim and act like you're sweeping cards and all this stuff, trying to get a little clout and everything. It's not happening, pal. If it is going to happen for Volkanovski, and if it is going to happen for Topuria, it's going to be this card. Will they fight again? I don't know. I could see Volk, if he beats him, saying, nah, he doesn't deserve another shot. He needs to do more. He's barely been in the UFC, blah, blah, blah. If they, listen to me right now, and I mean this, I'm so serious. If they make a Max Holloway and Volkanovski fight again, I will never, ever, 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 ever watch a UFC card again, and you can mark my words on that. Bruh, I don't care. I don't want to see Volkanovski beat a brainless Max Holloway anymore. The dude has CTE. He's punch drunk. He's getting in the Nate Diaz category on speech and everything, how he moves and everything. I don't want to see it anymore. I'm done with that.
I agree. As much as I hate to admit, I agree.
I speak nothing but facts.
It's not something that I would want to see again either. The Holloway Volkanovski fight, that's done. Now, if Topuria beats Volkanovski, I wouldn't mind seeing that for the title. Maybe that's Holloway's path to get a title. But Volkanovski and Holloway, again, I hate that matchup. I agree with you. Let's move on to the lightweight division, which is an interesting one as well, too. The lightweight division, the current champ right now is Islam Makhachev. There are some worthy contenders out there. Let me just name a few. Oliveira, Gaethje, Poirier, Saryukin, Michael Chandler, Gamrot, Beneil Fiziev, Hooker, Turner. At the end of 2024, Trey, will Islam Makhachev be champion?
Yeah, he will. He will. And I would love to see somebody come in and challenge him and really put it on him. Who's going to do it? I don't know. I have no idea. In that division, I'm like, hey, let's just see a huge fight. Let's have Conor fight him. I just want to see a huge fight. Let's have Conor go in there and fight him. I want to see the rivalry. I want to see him talking trash about Khabib and all them again. That was the most exciting thing I've ever seen in the UFC. Probably the most exciting thing that ever happened in the UFC. Best rivalry in history of the UFC, if we're being real. Let's pick it up again. The division kind of stalled. Justin Gaethje, do we really think he has a shot? Probably not. I don't think it's going to happen. Let's be honest. He went on a little run. Congratulations. Gaethje's going to do what Gaethje does. He's going to go in there for a war, and Islam's going to capitalize on that because he's too high IQ of a fighter and knows what he's doing every time he steps in the octagon. Other than that, who? Saryukin? No. Michael Chandler? No. Gamrot? No. Dariush? We want to say. Do we still want to say that name anymore?
A little bit sad.
Do we still even want to say that name anymore? People was on him so bad, talking about how good he was, how much of a dog. The guy is pitiful. The guy is pitiful. You want to talk about a time Miller was absolutely wrong? It's the H3 podcast host, Dariush.
That one still
hurts.
Heck
no. Charles Oliveira is washed. He's going to get knocked down and choked out if he goes in there with Islam again. It'll be the same exact thing. Dustin Poirier, he's cursed. Let's be real. He's never getting it, okay? It's not going to happen. We're never going to see it. Nor do I even care to see it.
You took it too far. Bringing up Beneil like that is like bringing up childhood trauma to Sean Strickland. It's just a little bit too far right now.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. How dare you? And he sits on there on Theo Von's podcast and pours out his absolute heart. A real man sitting by his mom. Something you would never do. Something you would never do. I bet your mom could absolutely whoop you if she wanted to right now. Okay? She would be like, Miller, get off my leg. They're not even going to see you down there. You're so small. You ain't protecting nothing. Okay? That's disrespectful.
Sorry to break it to you, Drew, but Benoit is losing to Dustin Poirier. That's a topic for another day. We're talking about Makhachev right now. Benoit doesn't beat him. Now, we're getting Charles Oliveira versus Saryukin. The winner fights Makhachev. Now, let's say, hypothetically, Charles Oliveira beats Saryukin, which I do have that playing out that way. I do think he has a chance against Islam Makhachev, but if I had a gun to my head, if I had to pick, and it is a little boring, I'm going to say Makhachev remains champion in 2024. Once again, I agree with Trey, and that worries me a little bit because he's usually wrong, and I might come back to this, and I said I knew it. I should have known. If Trey agrees with me, I should be worried. Islam Makhachev, I mean, who out there is better than him? Poirier, the top guys in the lightweight division, they're just getting older. The Oliveira, Gaethje, Poirier, and Chandler. That's 4 out of the 5. I don't have none of them beating Islam Makhachev. Besides maybe Charles Oliveira and Arman Saryukin might have a chance, but I don't feel confident in picking that. I think Makhachev is going to be a dominant champion for maybe not only this year, but for years to come. I think that's safe to say. I have Islam still being champion.
Could he go on the Khabib run?
The way the lightweight division is shaped, I think so.
Listen to me right now, and I did not plan to even say anything about this. I'm kind of going off on a little side note here. Have you seen the Khabib hate and like them breaking down his career and looking at all his fights and who he's fought and the competition he's went up against?
Yeah, they're saying that he got out too early, that he would have lost, and all that.
Miller.
That he wasn't a worthy champion.
Besides like 5 fights, 6 fights, his like I don't even know what that would be. His caliber of fighters, maybe, or whatever, how good it's garbage. Bro, he fought like 10-0-3 guys. If you go look at his first couple fights, the dudes he fought have never, ever won a fight for like his first 10 fights.
He fought a lot of cans early. That's fair.
There's only like 5 or 6 guys where I'm like, yeah, dang, that's a good win. That's a big name right there.
A big argument against him is that he never fought any other wrestlers. It was the Gaethjes, the Poiriers, the Connors. No one, like, he was ahead of the game with the wrestling, of course. But I look into Barbosa. Those are names that necessarily can't mess with him in the wrestling department. And he gets criticized for that and that he should have stayed longer. Now, is he still one of the greatest of all time? I think you got to say yes. At the end of the day, he lost like what, 1 round in his reign? Gotta give credit to that.
I don't think he ever lost a round.
I think he lost like 1, and that might have been ironically enough to like Michael Johnson or something like that.
Nah, I think it might have been Al Iaquinta. That was his best fight, Al Iaquinta, him and Al. That was the most like person who gave him the toughest time. I don't think he ever lost a round. I'm dead serious. I really don't think he did.
So even though maybe the record might not seem as impressive, I think you still got to give him credit as far as he was a pretty damn dominant champion. I think we got to say that.
But saying he would just go in there and absolutely mop the floor with every guy who's in there right now, I'm just like, I don't know, pal. I'm looking at his record. I'm looking at the names on his list, and it's garbage.
His wrestling,
even Al Iaquinta and Barbosa, I'm like, okay, he should beat them. They suck.
His wrestling was different though. I think if he was at 155, thank you. I think if he was at 155, he would still do great if he was still active. I think maybe I'm living in like nostalgia and like I don't know, but I even think he would have been the best lightweight right now because his wrestling was better than Makhachev's. I think he still would have been able to take Gaethje down or any top 5 fighter in the UFC right now.
Who's winning? Who's winning in their prime? Islam or Khabib?
Khabib.
I don't know. He's got just as good as wrestling and way better hands than Khabib had.
Even which wasn't in their prime, but in training, even their coach said like the only one that gave Khabib trouble or that has won a round against Khabib was Islam. But that's it. It wasn't like he was winning multiple rounds. He was still like Khabib was still very dominant in the gym, which gym related to like a real fight is not the same thing. But with all that being said, Khabib was still like the top dog. I'm going to still go with Khabib. I don't know how we got to
it was his dad's gym and everything, but, you know, it is what it is. It's all good.
Yeah, I don't know. He does get a lot of hate for leaving early, but I think there was certain circumstances that led to that. Now, one of my favorite divisions that I want to talk about, I can't wait to hear what you got to say. I can't wait for you to hear what I got to say. Let me just tell you, welterweight division, it's Leon Edwards. Of course he remains champion. Who's better than him out there right now? I don't know. I couldn't tell you that. Bilal doesn't beat him. Kamaru Usman doesn't beat him. Kobe's a bum. His last fight against a top 10 ranked fighter, I don't know, a win against them was what, like 2016? Who else out there is I think we could skip through this if you want, because that's an easy one. Leon remains champion. But if you want to say anything about that, feel free.
I've already told y'all. And I'm not saying Rachmanov. I'm not saying that. I've already told y'all, and everyone hates on me when I say the name. And it's not bummy boy Bilal Muhammad. The dude doesn't even deserve a title shot. He's absolute cornball. Can't stand that guy. Anyways, I'm telling y'all, and I will absolutely die on this hill, and I pray on everything. I pray so bad.
I don't know what you're going to say.
I pray so bad we get to see this fight, because y'all hate on it. I've already said it multiple times on here, and y'all hate on it so bad. The person who is going to put Leon Edwards in the dirt, Gilbert Burns. I'm telling y'all, that might be my hot take of the whole year, but I'm telling y'all right now, give Gilbert Burns a title shot and watch.
He's not going to get past Jack Della Maddalena.
Yes, he is. Don't Miller. Come on.
I'm dead serious.
Don't Miller. You do not believe that.
I
do.
You
don't believe that. No, you don't. That is the biggest cap. You just trying to say something big too. And I understand. Hop on the wave with me, buddy. Let's do it. You can just say the same thing I am. We think Gilbert Burns is going to win. I'm telling you right now, Gilbert Burns is coming. I'm telling you.
That's a horrible.
And listen. I've never been on Gilbert like that. I'm not even a huge fan of his. I think he's decent. I think he was an absolute cornball for crying in the middle of the octagon, while Miller coughs up his herpes and spits him out. I know he absolutely cried in the octagon and looked like a clown against Usman. But I'm telling y'all right now, put Gilbert Burns in the octagon with Leon and watch. I'm telling you, he will take him out.
And that's hard to do, Drew. He says this is Trey's worst take ever. This is pretty bad. And he's had some bad ones. He's had the Bryce Mitchell thing that he said was top 5 material. Of course, I was right about that. He talked about Colby Covington.
He is top 5 material.
He's talking about Colby Covington. He's not. And Colby loses. But this is Gilbert Burns is the biggest threat in the welterweight division. That's what you're telling me right now?
Yes.
That's a
yes.
That's a horrible take.
Yes. I don't think we've seen Gilbert Burns in his prime yet. I'm dead serious. I think
we have.
No, I don't
it.
I don't think we've seen Gilbert's best fight yet.
I don't know if you saw that fight. You know he lost to Bilal, right? I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. I don't know how much money Bilal paid, but that's some BS.
You know he got knocked down by a jab from Usman, right?
I do know that. And I'll say this. That was peak Usman. That was Usman at his highest level, where Usman had the strongest jab in the UFC.
And who beat him? Who beat him?
He beat a worse Usman.
He beat a worse him like a blanket.
Miller, who
folded him like a blanket when he couldn't even breathe?
He beat a worse Usman, Miller. He beat a worse Usman. It doesn't matter.
Utah.
He was out of shape and just not in his prime anymore. It's okay. It happens to the best of them.
Leon is the best welterweight in our era.
You're an idiot, bro. Miller, how many title defenses did Usman have? How many?
And who took the title?
How many title defenses did Usman have?
9 or 10, something like that.
10? 11? And you're telling me because Leon has defended it twice.
And who beat him twice in a row.
Once against the guy he took it from. That it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It's the most out there, outlandish, dumb take I've ever heard in my entire life. The fact that you could have two title defenses and be the best welterweight in our era. Yeah, that's absolutely hilarious to me.
But he's on like a 13-fight win streak. It's not his fault that the UFC was doing him dirty. He had to fight after fight to try to get the title, and they wouldn't give him the shot. He was the only one that stepped up to fight Hamzat. Luckily for Hamzat, Leon couldn't get over to the States Because Leon would have stopped that hype a
Bro, are
long
we
time ago.
serious, Miller?
But-
Miller, we wouldn't even
which-
be.
huh?
You wouldn't even know what Leon's name was if he took that fight. You didn't even know who he was until he got the fight with Usman. You didn't even know his name.
Just a little sidetrack. Can we admit that Hamzat is overhyped?
What do you mean? We discovered that when he fought Gilbert Burns.
Exactly. So Leon would have watched him. And I don't know how the hell
No.
you got to the
Heck
point
no.
where Gilbert is the. I mean, is this guy doing shrooms? Like, I don't know. Like,
Yes, I am.
Gilbert Burns, the biggest threat in the welterweight division out of all people. He couldn't even get past Bilal.
Wait. I'm not saying he's the biggest threat to the welterweight division.
Or the
for
biggest threat
everybody.
to Leon.
Yes, he's the biggest threat to Leon. He would dog Leon. I'm dead serious. Yes. Yes.
What in his
He's
game, in his style and his what attribute does he have that you say, you know what, this is the guy that beats Leon?
he's gonna grapple him. He's
How'd
gonna
that
ground
go
and
for
pound
Kobe?
him.
How'd that go for
He's
Kobe?
he's bigger. He's stronger than Kobe. He's bigger than Kobe.
So, I'm surprised you said that. I thought you thought Kobe was the strongest man in the world at one point.
Well, I'm very realistic. Okay, I'm very honest and very realistic. I don't just be saying stuff just to say it. Okay, I know what I'm talking about when I talk about stuff like this.
Gilbert Burns is a whole Trey. I can't believe, like, I don't know what makes you think, oh, you know what, going to the drawing board saying to yourself, Gilbert Burns is the man to do it. That's a horrible take. He's not even going to get past Jack. And I can't wait till you come back the Monday after that pay-per-view. He's not beating Jack.
He's going to dog Jack. Miller, are we serious?
He's not beating Jack, bro.
He's going to whoop. Jack doesn't even deserve to fight with Gilbert.
You know what you sound like?
I'm telling you, y'all are gonna see. Y'all are gonna see.
You
You'll
sound
see.
like the
Everybody
Tony
hates.
fans. Oh, Tony's gonna win.
No.
He'll be back.
No. Oh gosh.
That's what
no.
you sound. That's what you sound like.
Is Gilbert Burns on a 6-fight losing streak? I don't think so, pal. I don't think so.
I mean, what is he on right now? Gilbert Burns record, real quick, because I know he lost to Bilal.
Was that his last fight?
Lost to Hamzat. Damn, I forgot he lost to Hamzat too. 2 wins after that against Neil Magny and Masvidal.
Whoa.
Against Neil Magny and Masvidal. Then he loses to Bilal.
Hold on.
I know
Let's
where
not
you're
say
going.
Masvidal like that. Don't say Masvidal like that. You're the one who wants them to come back and fight for the title because it would move the needle and it's a huge fight. It would be a great fight. So don't be saying Jorge's name like that now. Okay, you slurp him off every other day of the week, and now you want to act like it's just no name. Hold on now. Hold on. What are we doing here? We flip-flopping again? We hitting the U-turn? Is it time? Is your turn signal on? Are we hitting the U-turn right now? Is that what we're doing?
Nobody sells more tickets as a welterweight title fight. You can't put any 2 names together that will sell more than Leon and Masvidal right now, currently.
Miller.
Give me 2 names, bro. You got Gilbert Burns being the biggest threat, so you're not all that high and mighty yourself.
Miller, I could give you 2 names in that division right now. That's not either of those. That would be a bigger fight right now.
Go ahead.
Usman and Rakhmonov would be a bigger fight than what you just said. Would be more of a needle mover than what you just said. Usman and Rakhmonov would be a bigger fight than what you just said.
You're walking down the street, and if your life depended on it, and if you had to ask a random person, do you know who this person is? Are you going to say Masvidal or are you going to say Shavkat? Which name are you going to use?
What do you mean? Which name am I going to use?
Nobody knows who Shavkat is. No casual fan.
Everybody's knowing who he is now.
Horrible. This guy's down bad.
Miller, what are we? Miller, I'm telling you right now. But everybody knows who Usman. Why'd you not say Usman? Why'd you not say Usman?
Most people might not even know who he is either. Like the casual fan wise, no.
Nobody knows who Leon is.
He's on a scale.
Nobody knows who Leon is.
Everybody knows what headshot dead means.
Miller, somebody said Leon Edwards to me the other day, and I said, "Who are you talking about?" I already forgot all about him. I couldn't even remember his name.
I know. You might have more trauma than Sean Strickland. What Leon did to Kobe, I get it.
What are you sucking on over there, you freaking weirdo? What do you keep nibbling on like a little freaking rat?
A lemon, because my throat was killing me, so this is actually helping. You should try it yourself.
That's what happens when you do that gay stuff. It'll make your throat raw.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, Leon remains champ. You say he doesn't? So who's champion by the end of 2024? I say Leon. I feel strong.
I think Rakhmonov is champion by the end of 2024. That's one conversation you don't even want to have. You don't even want to talk about that name. We want to talk about everybody else. You want to try and bring dudes off the couch that aren't even in the UFC because you're so scared of Rachmanov. I don't even mention him because that's the easy one. That's so easy to say. Oh, Rachmanov. That's just like taking a bet that's minus 1,000 and saying, yeah, I think this is gonna. Of course, it's minus 1,000. I mean, it's heavily favored. They're gonna absolutely do it. Of course, it's gonna happen. Rachmanov is gonna do that. I'm just saying.
Rachmanov is good.
That I want y'all to remember this. I want y'all to remember this, please. And even if they fight and Leon's already lost the title, whatever, I don't care. Gilbert Burns will beat Leon Edwards. I'm telling y'all, mark it down, clip it, quote me, tell your well, none of y'all have girlfriends in here, let's be honest. Tell your friends, tell your mothers, tell your parents. It's going to happen. Gilbert Burns would beat Leon Edwards. I don't know if he'll get the shot, but it will happen.
Remember this moment because when Gilbert Burns doesn't even get past JDM, when he doesn't even get past Jack, then we're going to be like, this guy, just like he thought Bryce Mitchell would be champion, he couldn't even get past Josh Emmett. And Josh Emmett is what, 49 years old? He couldn't even get past Josh.
Wow.
Gilbert is not even going to get past Jack. You heard it here first. I can't even believe Gilbert Burns out of all names. And this is the co-host. I'm sorry I do this to you guys.
What's the Lord say? Oh ye of little faith. Oh ye of little faith. Think about
Gilbert
that. I want you
Burns.
to wait. I want you to really think about what you're saying right now. You're talking about a fighter who has only lost 2 or 3 fights in his whole fight career, and you're already ready to give up on him. Do you know how many fighters would kill to have Bryce Mitchell's career, would kill to have the wins that Bryce Mitchell has, would kill to be able to, it was a 2-week notice, would kill to be able to step up to that big of a fight, get that payday on a 2-week notice, and step up for that fight. Now listen, did he get knocked out? Sure, it was the hardest punch I've ever seen in my life. It was the most timed up punch I've ever seen in my entire life. I get it, whatever.
Duke it.
But the fact that you would give up on Bryce Mitchell that fast makes me sick to my stomach because he is one of 3 people, including him now, in the UFC to ever pull off the hardest submission move that you could possibly do in the Twister. One of 3 people, Miller, and he's almost done it twice. He's almost done it 2 times. He almost done it to 2 different fighters. Did it to one, almost did it to another one. Has the best ground game in the UFC. The fact that you're willing to let him get his hands right. Let him get his stand-up right. And I'm telling you right now, he'll be one of the most dangerous fighters you've ever seen in your entire life. I can promise you that much.
Trey, protect your heart. It's not that I didn't give up on Bryce Mitchell. I never believed in him. I know he's not top 5 material. That's just what it comes down to. Now, going back, I'm sorry, Leon Edwards will remain champion. Listen, he beat Shavkat. Shavkat doesn't even beat him. I'm not even that high on Shavkat. Yes, Shavkat's good. He maybe struggled a little bit with the Jeff Neal, just throwing that out there. And Leon beats both. But nonetheless, Shavkat's the biggest story. We have 3 more divisions, and we're almost an hour in. So let's try to quickly progress through the next 3 divisions. Maybe we could have a more extended episode one of these days. I mean, we're just educating Trey here, and his takes today have been, they've been hard to stomach. So I'm sorry, guys. This is not the way I envisioned starting off my year. Middleweight division, Sean Strickland, Mr. Boo-hoo-hoo in podcast, is a middleweight champion. Will he remain champion in 2024?
That's crazy. Miller really hates white people, white trash people. He hates poor people. He hates homeless people. He hates people who go through domestic violence. He don't care about children. Miller makes me sick. Y'all see the individual he is? This is who he's choosing to be. He don't care about it. That a guy can sit there, pour out his heart on a podcast, talk about everything.
Nasty.
talk.
Sorry, that was too funny not to read.
That wasn't even funny.
All right. Oh, we have a caller. Shall we accept?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Don't add me. I'm getting a Chris Faith on. See ya.
Okay.
Oh
boy.
Here we go.
He thought
you can't even talk with that guy. Anyways, what I was saying, Sean Strickland, how dare you disrespect him? And he's on the podcast like that, talking his heart, telling real raw stuff. Something fighters normally don't do. Fighters normally aren't honest. They're not vulnerable. They don't tell the truth. He's been a real man. Miller's up here clowning him. It's disrespectful. It makes me sick. Anyways, with that being said, all of y'all think and are convinced and are confused and are fooled that Duplessis is going to go in there and absolutely dog Sean. Y'all think that he's going to go in there and walk him down, knock him out. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you right now, Sean Strickland has a different stamina. He's a different man. He's walking forward, and every fighter that comes into that octagon is going to have to face the stamina, the pace, the walking backwards. Like I said, here's the deal. Duplessis better be working on his fadeaway head kick. He better be working on his fadeaway head kick because he's going to be walking backwards the whole entire time that he's doing it. I think Sean Strickland goes on a nice title defense run. I think he has 2 to 3 defenses. I think he's a different man. Could him and Izzy fight again? Maybe. Do I want to see it? No, I don't ever want to see Izzy fight in the octagon again. I can't stand him. He's boring. He's a cornball. You want to talk about the most boring champion in history? And I'm not talking about Leon Edwards. I'm not talking about how boring Leon is. I'm talking about Izzy, the most boring champion in UFC history. Only other person to beat him is Rose Namajunas, and that was just one fight. That's how bad it was. But I'm telling y'all right now, Sean Strickland is going to go on a run. I don't know who's going to beat him. It's not going to be anybody in the top 5 right now. You can name the top 5 people. None of them are sniffing it. So you better hope they find a new competitor to come in and take it from him because nobody else is going to take it from him.
Top 5 is Adesanya, Dricus, Whitaker, Cannonier, and Vittori. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Cannonier already beat him. Dricus is going to beat him. This is a pretty easy fight for Dricus. It's more whether Dricus remains champion or not. Sean Strickland he fought a good fight against Adesanya, but Adesanya was drinking and driving prior to these fights, walking his dog and doing weird things out there. Adesanya just wasn't focused. Dricus is a focused man. Dricus is going to go in there, going to grapple with him, going to take him down, going to beat him. I'm more worried about who does Dricus defend his title against. Maybe that's against, I don't know, Hamzat, because Hamzat maybe still climbs up the ranks, but he has health issues to worry about. We have a friend that wants to join the call, and his name is Chris Faith. Chris Faith, I would just ask that you allow anyone to respond to your questions or your statements. You are live on air, Chris Faith. We're talking Sean Strickland and whether he will remain middleweight champion. What do you have to say?
Well, honestly, the truth be told, when I saw that, bro, Strickland Duplessis, that was awesome. I'm not going to lie. Either if Sean Strickland wins, I respect that. I don't mind if he beats the crap out of that weirdo maricon known as Dricus Duplessis. And plus, oh, wait, let me say this. I want to know what was the thing about Gilbert Burns again that I overheard? I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You might think, oh, I heard about him last year, 2 years ago. No. I heard about him 1 year before he fought Usman. I'm not going to lie. I didn't care if he was going to win or lose against Usman. So what if he lost? But guess what? He bounced back. And I know that it's been almost 2 years since he fought Kamza. I know some of you guys may think, was I rooting against him for Kamza? Hell no. Kamza probably lost, but still, he only won by corrupt judges. That's the truth.
You have a new moniker. People in chat are calling you the People's Champ, Chris.
Of course. Unlike this guy talking to the yellow dick of Homer Simpson.
What? Wait, what?
What
was that? Sorry, I just woke up. I just woke up with how awful and boring your takes were right there.
Dick. It looks like Homer Simpson's fat yellow dick. Look at your freaking microphone.
Just like you. I bet you're into that. You probably watch cartoon stuff, don't you? You probably watch the cartoon porn, don't you, Chris? You're the type. You're the type to watch it, aren't you?
Some new freaking glasses, you freaking retard.
You're the type.
Teletubbies from the old.
Who you calling? Pal, you're in a hospital. They're letting you out of the room just to make this phone call. You better be thanking them. You better be thanking them.
What are you talking about?
Did you get to get out of the Hey, did they let you out for Christmas? Did they let you go home for Christmas, Chris? Chris, did they let you watch? Did they let you watch the fireworks from the window, Chris? Did they let you watch the fireworks from the window? Did you and your nurse get to sit there and say Happy New Year to each other and celebrate? Answer me that. Of course you know. Of course you know what Homer Simpson's Peter looks like because you watch the cartoon porns.
You sound like that ugly cat from actually from the Kung Fu Panda movie, Tai Lung. How he talks, but he can't even fucking talk right.
But you can't talk right. All you do is
Bro, you can't talk right either. You
look.
can't
Here we go. Here we
even
go.
lose
Go
weight.
ahead.
Bro,
Go
you
ahead,
can't even
Mockingbird.
lose weight. Freaking
You
lose
sound
weight.
like one. You
You know
sound
what's
like
so
one.
funny is that you said like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you." Well, guess what? You should have showed up to New York City 2 fucking months ago. We could have get it started, but you didn't fucking show up and started.
Fuck you! Submit you in any submission you want to be in, boy. You hear me? Fuck you!
Live in your man cave playing with Kobe Covington's dildo with the sign of Kobe Covington written on it. Guess what? You got a fucking dildo with Kobe
Yeah,
Covington.
you wish, buddy. Hey, you wish, pal. That's all you.
You're a Kobe Covington dick lover.
I heard they call you Peggy around the hospital, and we all know what that means, pal.
On the dick right now. I know you have your hands on the dildo right now. Stop playing, bro. Stop jerking off, bro. Stop that. That's disgusting.
So
no hands on no dildo.
No hands.
It's just like, hey, I
Bro,
got a question, Chris. I got a question, Chris. Why are you always talking about? Why are you always talking and thinking about Peters? Why are you always talking and thinking about Peters so much? You got something you want to say? It's 2024. It's okay. You can come out with it. You can come out with it, Chris.
Peters. What the hell is Peters?
You know what a Peter is? That's what
Peters.
you probably don't because you're just so small. You've never seen it before. But that's called having a Johnson between your legs.
real quick, guys, just let me quickly interrupt for just a second. We got a $20.24 donation by Steve Williams. Steve Williams says, "Happy New Year, 2024, Miller. Miller, shout out to you, your family, and platform. I still think Trey should pay you with interest. He still owes me $20. I think Drick is in Sean's head." I think Drickers is in Sean's head, but Strickland will defend his title. And still, says Steve. Steve, thank you for the $20.24. Happy New Year to you too as well. Thank you for being an ongoing supporter, a DC Fight Club member. We appreciate you, bro. Listen, Trey, you have someone that agrees with you. So we have Chris on the call right now. Sean Strickland is the champion. You have him defending. Chris, you have Sean Strickland being champion by the end of 2024?
Of course he does. He listens to me. He's a little fanboy.
No. And I know a guy like Trim say, "Oh, it's going to be Adesanya." No, it's not going to be Adesanya. If I was going to say Adesanya, I would say, "Oh, yeah, it's going to be Israel Adesanya." No, I see a different guy. And no, it's not no Khamzat Chimaev. And it's not no Robert Whittaker or Paulo Costa. Not even Dricus du Plessis. You know who I picked? That Russian guy. That Russian guy. No, not Khamzat Chimaev. Talk about the other Russian guy who is scheduled to fight next month against a guy named Anthony Hernandez.
What the heck are you talking about, Chris? You don't even know the guy's name. Chris, listen how dumb you are. Listen how dumb you are, Chris. You don't even know the guy's name. Who do you think is going to be champion? You don't even know his name.
You honestly have a huge, ugly temper problem, bro. I'm not even having a temper problem.
And you're just ugly. And you're just ugly. And you're just ugly. You got way more problems than temper problems. You got real lifelong problems.
If UFC 300, I'll be the one kicking your ass at UFC 300. I will kick your ass in front of the whole world.
Chris, please.
In front of your mother, in front of your father, in front of your dead grandparents.
Ask your nurse if you can get some time off to leave the hospital. Ask your nurse if you can get some time off to leave the hospital.
I was my nurse all night long, and that nurse was your sister.
Yeah, you wish.
Oh yeah, probably you don't have.
Yeah, you wish, pal.
Probably you raped your sister. That's why.
You wish, pal. Yeah, you wish, buddy. You wish, buddy. Hey, I bet you went to Epstein's Island, didn't you, Chris? I bet you was over there on Epstein's Island.
Get out of my face.
So
you're the type of person to say, "Where's my hug, Chris?" You're the type of person to say, "Where's my hug?" and the girl would be absolutely disgusted by you.
Brain surgery is available for you.
You've never even felt the touch of a woman, Chris.
So Chris is talking about Chris is talking about Aliskerov. That's who's fighting at UFC 298, and that's who he believes will be champion. Chris, the reason why I have to disagree with you, yes, he's skilled, yes, he's talented. I just don't see him fighting for the title in 2024 unless he puts on another.
I gotta disagree with you because you're a freaking idiot, Chris. You didn't even know the dude's name. You didn't even know the guy's name who you were saying was going to be champion. How dumb could you be? Hey, do a little research before you come on the channel next time, all right?
You're bigger than Snorlax from Pokemon. You know what's funny? It's been 15 years since I stopped watching Pokemon. Well, guess what? Nobody cares. I don't care. You don't care. Your mother don't care. Your father don't care. Your dead grandparents don't care.
You still play Pokemon Go, I bet, you loser.
Oh, please. I haven't played Pokemon since my late
What?
teenage years. I'm in my
Since
late
2 months
20s.
ago?
Shit.
Since Christmas? Since Christmas? Congratulations. Do they not let you play Pokemon in the hospital? They don't let you play Pokemon at the Institute?
Hi, Camila. Let's talk about one more division. Let's just make it a little bit interesting. One more, since we have Chris Faith here. You might as well
Well, this
hang
guy
out.
doesn't even know
Well,
the
this
names
guy-
of the
no,
fighters,
no,
so
no,
who
no,
knows?
no,
I mean,
no,
can he
no,
talk
no,
about it?
no,
He's
no,
claiming a
no,
guy's going to
no,
be
no,
champion, can't even say his
Nobody
name.
wants to see your masturbation hand.
So we have one more division. Let's skip over light heavyweight. Let's talk about heavyweight division, and then we'll talk about light heavyweight maybe next week. John Jones is the current disputed because we have an interim title holder in Tom Aspinall, but John Jones is the heavyweight champion. Will he be champion by the end of 2024? You guys have the floor.
Absolutely 100%.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Do you know who
And I'm
John
gonna be
Jones
honest
is,
with
Chris?
You and everybody else may think, oh, Stipe versus Jones. No, hell no. UFC has tried booking it 5 times since 2017. It has not happened. And you think it's going to happen by this summer? Think again, because everybody wanted to see Khabib versus Ferguson. But what happened to that? It got canceled 5 times. There wasn't no 6th time. There wasn't no 7th time. After the pandemic, no, there was no more. So what makes you guys think that it's going to happen for a 6th time? That's not going to happen. Because what if we hear the news saying, oh, Stipe Miocic cannot compete because he had an injury from his fighter job?
Bro, did you hear the question, you dummy? Did you hear
Oh,
what
you
the question was? You're talking
dummy.
about some random
Jesus, you
bull crap that nobody said a word about Stipe, you dummy. Nobody said anything about. We asked about John Jones. You think he still? Do you know who John Jones is? Do you know who John Jones is? Oh, we got. What you start up the car? You about to drive off somewhere, you dummy?
I just throw my opinion out there since we're having a tough time communicating today. I think Aspinall would eventually fight for the title, the real title. And I think whoever he faces, he wins. Now, will he get the shot? It's tough to say. I'm going to just be hopeful and say he does eventually. I don't think Stipe and John Jones ever happens. If it does, that would be interesting. Aspinall is calling out Stipe. What if that happens? I still have Aspinall winning. Who's the champion by the end of 2024? I ask both of you guys. Give me a name.
John Jones.
Tom Aspinall.
I have to agree with Chris. Now, last question, and we're going to get off.
You know you're off the deep
Hey,
end.
you should know something. You want to know something? When George St. Pierre became the middleweight champion, he vacated and went to Reddicker. So what happens if Jones wins? He's going to vacate. Oh, wait, it goes to Tom Aspinall. Knowing that Tom Aspinall became champion, but because a guy like John Jones wants to retire like a freaking idiot, be like, oh, I don't want to fight Tom Aspinall. I think he could beat me, but guess what? I'm free at last. I'm still undefeated. Yeah, right.
So, last question for both of you guys. I'm not even part of this. Last question. This goes for both of you guys. The chat wants me to ask Chris what would happen if they lock him and Trey in a room together. So that question goes for Chris.
Go ahead, tell him what would happen, Chris. Go ahead, tell him. You know what would happen. He'd be like a little chihuahua in the corner shaking and peeing on himself.
Shattered, trust me. It'll be, guess what? If I had to change the Scorpion, oh, hell no, he will not survive. And don't think this is going to be WWE stuff. There ain't no WWE stuff. I don't know. It's the real deal. And you should understand, my rage is more suppressive than yours. And trust me, you think your bigger size is going to compel me? Trust me.
You don't have the mustard, buddy. You don't have the mustard, pal.
The harder they fall.
You don't have the mustard.
The more damn bones I break, and the more they fall.
Chris, I'm sorry, Trey, what would happen?
Let me talk now, Chris. Chris, let me talk. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, Chris.
I'm scared, bro.
Yeah, let me speak. Let me speak. I'm gonna tell you what would happen. Listen. I want you to hear me clearly, Chris.
Hear me.
Hey,
God, I don't even want to touch that hand of your masturbation hand. Ew, get that away from me. Ew. You're getting a temper again.
You're so
You're getting a temper again, bro. I'm not even getting mad. You're getting
who's mad? Who's mad?
Out of you. And you say you believe in God, but you got the devil in you, bro. Get that devil out of you.
Chris, you're about demon possessed or something's wrong with you. Chris, don't worry, Chris. Don't worry, Chris. All right, listen. Let me just say this to Chris. I want him to hear this right now.
He
Chris,
left,
I
by
want
the
you to
way.
listen. Chris, I want you to listen to me right now because I know you're listening to me, you little clown. Because you're scared to listen to the truth. When I start speaking, you get nervous, you run. You would be hiding in the corner like a little daggum chihuahua, peeing on yourself. So shook when I even walked in the room, I would tower over you. I would dog you. I would submit you in any submission you wanted to be in. I would throw your head through every wall in the room, every corner, every door. It doesn't matter what would happen because I would absolutely whoop you if we were ever to go face to face. You don't want that. Listen, Chris, I can promise you this much. You would have an easy time. You would have a very easy time renewing your parking pass, your handicap parking pass. It would be very easy this year because you wouldn't be able to walk for the next 3 years. I can promise you that much, Chris. You don't want none of this. I got it all for you. I'm saving it all. I'm not touching anyone. I'm not fighting anyone. I'm not starting any beef. I'm saving up all my energy for the day I come to New York City and look Chris face to face and knock him out or submit him in every submission he wants to be in. Chris, I know you heard me and you know it's the truth. You're shaking like a little chihuahua. You're peeing on yourself. You got nothing for me, pal.
Well,
And that goes for Miller also. I'll do the same thing to Miller.
I guess that was a question that maybe I shouldn't have asked live on air, but that was Drew's suggestion. I was a little crazy. We went off the rails. Trey, how do you feel about today's stream?
I thought it was decent. I thought everything was going good until it got absolutely ruined by the clown show that called in at the end. Other than that, everything was going perfect. I was dropping knowledge. I was hot. I was in the pocket. I was slinging out the facts. I was telling people what they wanted to hear, telling people what the source knows, what the king knows, what Mr. Intel knows, the one who gets it done. It felt good. It's a great year to be back. We got a long year ahead of us and a lot of fights for me to get right. I can't wait.
This guy said Gilbert Burns is the biggest threat, that he beats Leon Edwards. Nobody believes he beats Leon except Trey Melton. What other takes did he have? That Sean Strickland will remain champion, maybe? Horrible take.
Sean O'Malley remains champion.
Sean O'Malley doesn't. What other division? 145. You had Volkanovski losing. That's what did we agree on? Volkanovski losing.
Volkanovski losing.
Islam.
Pantoja keeping the belt.
Right.
Islam keeping the belt.
So we had some middle ground. We had some decent things.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Miller. It just shows that you're working on yourself. You have New Year's resolutions and you're sticking to them. You want to be more like me. You want to be smarter in fights. You want to win more fights. You want to get more fights correct. And that's how you have to do it. You have to be like the source. You have to be like the king, the one who gets it done, Mr. Intel.
All right, Trey, any last message you want to say?
That's it. Hey, it's a new year, baby. I'm out of here. I did it once again. I came in hot, dropping the knowledge off the top of the dome. Didn't even know what was going to be said, and I just let it out there for the people to hear. I can promise you this much. I will be the hottest capper in the UFC this year. You want to ride and hop on the wagon because we're going all the way to the top. Miller has no idea what he's talking about. I'm the source. I'm the king. I'm the
One
one
more question.
I'm Mr. Intel.
One more question. If they locked us in a cage, what would happen?
I would absolutely.
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to let him answer that. Guys, fun stream. Thank you guys for being here. #1 commentary channel on YouTube. This is my latest video. Go like that. Go leave a thumbs up. #1 commentary. We will be coming out with more videos daily. We are putting in the work. 2024 is going to be